I really hope I'm not alone when I say this, but how many people tell you that either gaming is for kids and you should grow up, or when will you stop playing games, or you're too old to game? Do you? I get this a lot. Do you guys get this a lot? Because it can't be just me, right? I mean, these people do not understand why gaming is so important, and not just because we want to do it to enjoy or to get stressed off work. It's also a lifestyle. You don't just game for 5 minutes and that's the end of it. You do more than that. Let's talk about it. Hello and welcome back. And yes, this topic is one that hits me close to home. As I said earlier in the intro, there are so many people who just simply don't understand or get why gaming is so important to people like myself. Again, gaming is not just a lifestyle, it's a means to de-stress, it's a means to live out something that you could never do in real life, and it's a way to get away from when the world is starting to collapse in on itself. Look, I've been playing games since I was 4 years old, and that was back in 1997. I was introduced to gaming when I went to my nephew's or my cousin's house in Sussex, thanks to my dad. And they had a PlayStation, the PlayStation 1. It was a magnificent console. The little grey box that my 4-year-old self thought, what's this? Now, of course, when I was 4 years old, I thought it was just another toy, just a more advanced toy. And I guess it was an advanced toy. However, I didn't think that this advanced toy would be so pivotal to my life. It didn't just allow me to express myself in ways that I didn't think were possible. It didn't just allow me to kill some time or have a little bit of fun here and there. It showed me that there are people out there creating things for people like myself and you, who put their hard work, their life, their dedication to it, and that people like us could not only enjoy it, but also, just be amazed by the whole thing. Is incredible. We don't seem to give enough credit to the game developers out there who put in all the effort to make these games for us. And for me, when you play a game and you insult those people who love gaming, I think it brings a tear to my heart, honestly. It does. The people who don't understand what gaming means to the people who play the games need to look at themselves. Now look, I'm not going to tell everyone to play games, and gaming is not for everyone, much like how reading a book is no longer for me, even though I did used to love reading back in the day. It just isn't an activity I indulge with anymore. But that doesn't give me the right to go and tell somebody, oh, don't read a book, don't do this, don't do that. Gaming is something that people do when it's just so hard to explain, because there's no easy way to explain why I love gaming. You know, I could simply say, oh, it's fun, it's this and that, but gaming has a deeper meaning for me. I'll give you Gran Turismo, for example. I love Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo to me is more than just a bit of a time waster. Gran Turismo taught me to be appreciative of cars, appreciate car culture. Of course, the game's from Japan originally, so I appreciated how the Japanese see cars. I loved how cars could be changed, modified, modded, tuned up, and changed to suit your needs. And it also taught me to be a better driver. When I first played the games, I was all over the place. I didn't understand the concepts of acceleration, braking, G-forces, understeer, oversteer, racing lines, everything. But racing games like Gran Turismo taught me how to be a better driver, and I haven't just been a better gamer in that particular series. I've taken what I've learned in Gran Turismo and applied it to other racing disciples and styles. So we're talking street racing, Formula 1, rally racing, even normal driving. You know, when I drive a car normally today, I think of Gran Turismo. I think of, oh, how can I get the car to turn the best possible, or how can I get through this corner quicker and safer. And even just maneuvers, you know, when I have to maneuver or swerve, again, I think of all the tricks I learned in Gran Turismo, and I apply that into real life as well. Now, no, thankfully I'm a smooth driver in real life, but again, a lot of the tricks I learned in Gran Turismo and other racing games for that matter, I take with me in real life. And if we talk about real life, you can't get more real than The Sims. When I used to play The Sims, again, it's a life simulator game. Of course, I messed around with the game. I played around with people. But then, seeing what people did in real life. So if we're talking about the adults in the game, getting jobs, looking after the house, getting bills paid off, trying to get a further career, trying to advance in the world, get a family. These are all things that are happening to me right now as I enter my 30s. No, I haven't got a family. No, I haven't got a kid. My family is just my brother, my mother, my uncle, and then my dad's extended family, like my auntie. But I'm entering the stage of my life now where I'm considering all these things. I have a job, I do pay bills. These are all things that I learned playing The Sims. And then when it comes to fighting games, it's not just about using stress relief or beating somebody up for the fun of it. It taught me how to stand up for myself. It taught me that people can walk all over you and you must stand up. No, it doesn't mean to use violence, but you do need to stand up for yourself when the time calls for it. Gaming taught me a lot of different things that I take for granted today and that a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people just assume that a game is a quick way to distract somebody and that's it. But gaming can give you, an imagination that you could never get from just reading a book. Yes, reading a book can give you an imagination and it's nice, but gaming is interactive. You see it, you live it, you breathe it, you experience exactly what the creators want you to experience, but then your interpretation on what's going on makes the game for you. Again, I see people go to conventions to talk about Pokemon and experience what Pokemon they like, how they battled, how they shared. And these are things that are not possible had gaming not been a thing. The idea that someone can play a Pokemon game, catch some Pokemon, go through the game, and then share it with other people, it's just so awe-inspiring to me. And then again, when you see tournaments around the world, you see the Tekken tournaments where people play Tekken, whatever series or whatever version it is, and people come together to play together. That's what gaming's about. It's about community, working together, being together, sharing each other's experiences and being happy to do so. I know there seems to be this problem where gaming culture is frowned upon, where people attack each other or shout at each other or disagree with each other or believe that one is right over the other. And I know this seems to be associated with mostly the personal computer culture, the PC culture. But those passions are there for a reason. I'm not going to say I agree with that. I think gaming is an inclusive thing that everybody should be able to experience, no matter how old or young you are. But these are the sort of things that make gaming so powerful, that all our experiences mean something to all of us. I've already talked about Outlaws, how Outlaws means so much to me because of what it meant to me and my dad when we used to play it, and how playing that game with him made him proud of me. And bearing in mind, this was at a time when I couldn't speak for myself or defend myself or express myself. But that game with my dad allowed this to happen. And for me, when I hear these phrases like, grow up, or you're too old, you're too young, gaming gets you nowhere, believe me, gaming will get you somewhere. It might not get you in the industry, but it will get you somewhere. And all these life experiences that I've learned from gaming have got me somewhere. No, it's not made me rich. It hasn't made me popular. It hasn't made me any more of a person. It's just made me more humble and appreciative about what I've learned and all the times that I've had with gaming. Because the thing is, gaming has never left me. And when I needed gaming, it was there for me. I've had people who have come and gone, have told me all sorts of things. They've tried to change me or try to say that gaming is in some way a disease maybe, but they're the ones who left me and gaming hasn't. And as I've got older, I've appreciated games more than ever now. That's why I'm so strong about games that are so expensive, or games that just do nothing for the player, or games that try to suck the living life out of you. Gaming is not about that. It's about having fun. It's about having an experience. It's about having a time where you can just lose yourself and enjoy the moment that you have with that particular video game. That's what it's all about. It's about community, and it's about being able to share that experience with other people. That's why I love gaming so much. You know, this is why I go to conventions and I voice my opinions out there. I love gaming, always will. I don't care how old I get. I don't care if I'm 90 years old. I will game until I physically cannot game anymore, until I die. And that's the simple fact. If I had to have a game next to me when I die, it would be Gran Turismo 2, because that game I love so much. I play it all the time. There's an A-Spec mod out there now. It's just phenomenal that game, after 20 odd years, is still being supported in some way by the retro community. And I love the community, I do. I love the gaming community. I love what we can do today. And I think we all need to stop and ask ourselves the same question. Why do we tell these people these things when we see them play games? You know, people can play games whenever they want, however old they are, no matter what gender, it doesn't matter. Gaming is inclusive, gaming is for everyone, and gaming is what makes people like myself tick. If I didn't have games today, I don't know what kind of person I'll be, but I can tell you I'd be a worse person if gaming didn't exist. And I'm so thankful for the experiences that I've had over 24 years. I'm just thankful that all the games I've played and experienced, they've left something on me, about me. And even the games that are terrible that I've played, I still have appreciated what they've taught me. And I just hope that when you guys watch this video, that you ask yourself the same question. Why do you game? Why do you play? Have you had the same thing happen to you? Have people told you to stop, or you're too old, or you're too this, or you're too that? And just how inclusive gaming should be, because gaming is one of the greatest things we've had, and we need to take advantage of it, definitely. I'll see you guys next time.